Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. Well, you are so much more than these physical bodies, you know. Of course you know. You are source energy focused here in these physical bodies. But all that you are is not focused here in these physical bodies. A part of your consciousness is. But the larger part of that which you are remains non-physically focused, non-physical energy, non-physical consciousness, source, soul. That non-physical part of you, knowing clearly who you are, and projecting a part of your consciousness here into this magnificent leading edge time-space reality. Isn't it nice to be here? So here you are, sifting through the details of your life experience, and from it, synthesizing it, coming to your personal awarenesses and conclusions about how it would be better. Such a wonderful thing that the source within you knows completely your ability to sift and sort and choose. You knew before you came into this body that there would be variety that would surround you, and that from this contrast you would know what you don't want, and from it you would know what you do want. You knew that you would be molding the clay of physical experience, an energy molding, a consciousness molding. You knew that you would be able to discern personally and specifically what would be an improvement in every point of your awareness. You knew that from what you were living, that new ideas would be born. It is always exhilarating to us to watch you in those new discoveries. When someone's rude, you want the world to be nicer. When you're rude, you want to be nicer. When you're sick, you want to be well. But there is a continual processing of this contrasting experience that causes you to constantly, all day, every day, emanate these vibrational rockets of preferences, rockets of choices, rockets of desire. They emanate from you whether you speak words about them specifically or not. And all day, every day, as these rockets are emanating from you, the larger part of you, the part of you who remains non-physically focused, becomes the vibrational equivalent of that expanding you, holding steady the vibration of that which you have now become. It is exhilarating to us to watch you in this process of choosing. And when we visit with our physical friends, often they do not realize that they are choosing vibrationally. They are choosing through their focus. They are choosing without words, sometimes with words, but often what you think you want, or even what you are speaking, is different from the vibration that you are actually emanating. So, as you were source energy before you came into this physical body, and a part of it is here, and as you sift and sort in the way that you knew you would as the leading edge genius creator that you came forth to be, as these rockets of desires emanate from you, they are held by the source energy. They are held by the non-physical part of you. And we have begun fairly recently to lovingly refer to this state of vibrational beingness, this state of vibrational becomingness, this eternal expansion of which we are all a part. We refer to that place, that holding place of these rockets of desire that you are emanating as your vortex of creation. And the reason that we call it a vortex of creation is because of the powerful law of attraction, who is always gathering all cooperative components. There is this powerful energy that is swirling, that is the culmination so far of that which you have become. You were source energy before you came into these bodies, and you are source energy while you are in these bodies. But here in these physical bodies, as you are exploring and expanding, the non-physical part of you is becoming with every request that you make. When you ask, it is given. It is given immediately. When you ask, it is given immediately. It is not just that it is given, it is that the larger part of you becomes what you are asking for. So if you are sick, you are asking for wellness, and that non-physical part of you is now weller than ever because of the contrasting experience that you've lived. If you have not enough of something like clarity, in your confusion, you ask for more clarity, and that non-physical part of you becomes more clear because of the specific request that this confusing situation has caused you to call for. In other words, you continue to expand, constant expansion, constantly becoming, which means there is the potential, we know you have noticed it from time to time, there is the potential of you not being up to speed with that which you have become. You have noticed it. And when you are not up to speed with all that you are, you feel the emotional indicator of that. That's what your emotions are letting you know. When you feel frisky, when you feel exhilarated, when you feel passion, when you feel love, when you are in the mode of appreciation, you are tuned in, tapped in to the fullness of all that you are. And you are allowing yourself, under those emotional conditions, to be seeing the world through the eyes of your source. The whole of you is present in that moment of appreciation or love. But if you are angry or afraid, if you are criticizing or feeling criticism, if you are focused in a way that negative emotion is present within you, that's your indication that right here, right now, you're not vibrationally up to speed with all that you've become. It doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean you're inappropriate. It simply means that you lived your life as you intended to do. You came into this body just like you said you would. You focused into this environment and you explored the contrast and you became more as a result of it. And the source energy within you has become that expanded beingness, and you, in your negative emotion, aren't up to speed with that. Isn't that nice to know? But when you feel the negative emotion, it's such a good thing, because now you are empowered to do something about it. Now you are consciously aware that there's a vibrational gap between you and you, between the you who is focused here, the powerful you who is focused here, and who you really are in this vortex, who you really are as source energy, who you really are as the expanded being that you've come to be, that you have become, because of what you have been living, because of the exploration of life experience. So as we visit with you, we have only one intention, really, and that is to help you to allow yourself to be all that you really are, because we know that there isn't anything that will bog you down. There isn't anything that will bum you out. There isn't anything that will break your heart. There isn't anything that will disappoint you. There isn't anything that will hurt you in any other way. There is nothing. There is no assertion of anything unwanted. The only thing that ever could cause pain to you is you not allowing you to be you. That's all. That's all it is. So when you get that and you recognize that moment by moment you're having emotional guidance that lets you know, hey, I'm me. You know how I know I'm me? I'm frisky. I feel fabulous. I'm clear-minded. I'm flexible. I feel good about life. I want to romp. I want to skip. I want to sing. And so everything that we talk about is about you being consciously aware of this possible gap, and then deliberately doing something about closing it by reaching for the thoughts that feel better, by reaching for the thoughts that allow you to be all that life has caused you to become. Sometimes as we visit with our physical friends, and you are a group who could very well be completely accepted from this because you seem to know who you are. But often our physical friends are so focused upon the manifestation of what is, that they let all of their emotional response be to what is manifested. And we want to constantly remind them that what's manifested is old news. That where it's really at is in this vortex. Where it's really at is it's in this energy that's moved forward. Where it's really at and where your joy really is in the getting up to speed with all that you have become. Now, we don't want to give you any misunderstanding. You can never really get completely up to speed with everything that you are, because you are continually expanding. The contrast that you're living is causing you to continue to ask, and because you continue to ask, the larger part of you continues to become, and that larger part of you continues to call you home to who you are. And you can tell by the way you feel whether you're going or not. Now, we want to say to you, you're going. You're going. The question is, are you going willingly? Because when you have your death experience, you will go. In other words, this vortex will have its way with you. You will become the whole of all that you are. We just don't think you should have to croak to come into alignment with who you are. We think that you have the ability to feel your way there. We think you can love your way into alignment. We think you can praise your way into alignment. We think you can compliment your way into alignment. We think you can dance your way into alignment. We think you can love your way into alignment. And we know, and you know too, we've never seen anyone motivate themselves into the vortex. Because the vortex is who you really are, and it's always summoning you. It's the inspiration that takes you in. So if someone is standing outside the vortex, criticizing you for something, trying to motivate you, it's sort of like standing outside trying to kick you in. And we say, you really don't need anyone to help you into your vortex, because you have the energy that creates worlds in there summoning you. You have the source within you in there summoning you. You have all that you have become in there summoning you. You just got to know that this state of being exists. And you just got to know that how you feel is your indicator of whether you're aligned with who you are or not. And then do whatever it takes moment by moment to do it. We have some manifestation cards. This particular one is health and the law of attraction. These are money and the law of attraction. These are the best manifestation cards that have ever been put together on the face of the earth. We wrote them. So let's say that you're having a hard time financially, or there is something not going right in your life. And in this case, let's say it's finances. And so you've heard about these wonderful cards, and you've heard about affirmation. And so you say, I'm going to do something about shifting my energy. I'm going to do something about improving my point of attraction relative to money. I'm going to study these cards. And life has been hard for me, you say, and I don't have enough money, and this is going to help. I know it is. And so you take the cards and you begin. You say, I do not need to have money to attract money. Well, that's fortunate. I have control over the thoughts I think. Sure, I do. My financial success does not require hard work. I'm going to mail this to my employer. There is no shortage of money or time. Who writes this stuff? The law of attraction adds power to both problems and solutions. That sucks. So the point that we're making is that when you are outside the vortex, when you're outside what you want, when you're not feeling good, when you're not tuned in, tapped in, turned on, when you are focused upon something that is going wrong and you decide, I will affirm, I will speak the positive words, we want you to understand that what you really do is you just dig in your heels and amplify the energy right where you are. It's sort of, have you ever had an argument with someone or a disagreement where you're sure that they're wrong and they're sure that you're wrong, and you're just sort of nose to nose, both speaking what you know is the right thing and neither one hearing the other one at all, and both of you digging in deeper and being sure about the rightness of your position? Well, you do that with yourself when you try too hard, when you effort, when you try to motivate yourself from outside the vortex. So what we're saying to you is, this business of creating, it's not about action, it's not about words, it's about vibrational alignment. It's about allowing yourself to become a vibrational match to who you really are. When you affirm from outside the vortex, when you effort, when you struggle, when you try, all that happens is you amplify the vibration of resistance that you've already got going on. And you make yourself unavailable to the vortex that really wants you. The vortex who is calling you.